Namaste crypto aficionados and my fellow capitalists. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm back again with a great project. But before that, I want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. So please do your due diligence before you invest in any cryptocurrencies. You saw what happened to FTX. Who would have thought that would happen? They used users' funds and gambled the money away. And I know a lot of people who have lost a lot of money. So keep your coins with you, not your keys, not your coins. Stay away from centralized exchanges. I've been hearing about BlockFi now, and I think it's going to be the crash of the dominoes, right? One after the other. So stay safe, right? So crypto is all about decentralization, and we want to keep it that way. Bring the power to the common man. So now I want to talk about Synthr. Okay, Synthr is an omnichain synthetic asset protocol powered by LayerZero, okay, that provides users access to frictionless interoperability and slippage-free multi-chain liquidity. It means that it allows users to mint and trade derivatives. Okay, derivatives is something that it's a derivative of let's say a stock, right? So you want to trade Tesla stock, you can't trade Tesla stock for whatever reason, but you can trade its derivative because it's pegged to the price of Tesla. So it's synthetic Tesla. And then what they want to do is to make it trustless, okay, and as well as users can add collateral on ETH, right, and then trade on any chain. Imagine I just put a collateral on Ethereum and I can trade on any chain, and then based on that collateral, right, you can swap, you can long, you can short on any chain with any asset. Okay, it gives you low gas fee, there's no slippage, okay, and there's no need for a centralized exchange. So users can swap into any asset on any chain with zero slippage with their internal DEX called the Synth swap. Okay, and then like I mentioned, you can mint any asset, right, and then you can add liquidity on partner DEXs, and 70% of the protocol fees is given to LP providers. User can create cross-chain CDPs, collateral on one chain, and mint CDPs on the second chain. Users can trade cross-chain future, options, perpetuals, collateral on one chain and trade on the other chain. So this allows freedom. So if we talk about synthetic assets, right? So synthetic assets are basically decentralized and not regulated by any government body. So you don't need any KYC, and it's tokenized and it allows fractional ownership, okay? And it also has a larger investor base. It allows for a larger investor base, right? Because there's no KYC, okay? There's no third party, and it's 24/7 borderless trading. That's the power, right, of synthetic assets. Okay, and let's say now if I want to create a synthetic assets, right, if I want to mint a synthetic assets of Tesla, right, there's only one Tesla stock, right? So a synthetic asset means it's a derivative. It's something that is pegged to the Tesla coin, right? I mean to the Tesla stock, sorry. So let's say you deposit $1,500 in stable coin, okay, into a smart contract, okay, as collateral, right? You can then mint up to $1,000 worth of Tesla stock. Okay, you can use that, you can trade that, and if you have made your money, you pay them back, give them back the amount of Tesla stock that you minted, and then take back your collateral. Okay, so to reclaim collateral, just repay shares of SY Tesla, right, and get back the locked stable coin, right? SY Tesla is their synthetic Tesla. Okay, not only they have the minting of synthetic assets, okay, where you can borrow that, you can put a collateral and borrow the synthetic asset. You also have things like trading and farming synthetic assets. You can trade them and you can farm them. Okay, so you can short, right? Farming assets, farming synthetic assets is related to liquidity provision, short position creation, and earning LP and synthetic LP token staking rewards. So in order to create a short position, users need to lock collateral assets to Synthr and mint new Psy assets. Unlike borrowing, newly minted assets are immediately sold, and users then can long farm and short farm. Okay, so it's awesome. And to ensure the liquidity, Synther incentivizes farmers and liquidity providers by sharing trading fees. All synthetic asset trades are generated through the AMM and are levied a commission to the liquidity provider of that specific Psy asset, synthetic asset. So they have their own DEX, right? And they have partner DEX, of course. And Synther native token is a token that is used for incentivizing synthetic asset liquidity providers. If you provide liquidity, you will get incentivized. Okay. In addition to provide liquidity incentives, the Synther token, Synth, plays a pivotal role in the governance of the protocol. So you can use it's a governance token, and users can lock their Synth to obtain VE Synth, vote escrowed Synth, granting them governance rights, boosted staking rewards, and rebates for allocating percentage of rewards from the annual reward pool. They have other things like Synth Vaults, which is a yield optimizer. Okay, allows yield farming on synthetic assets powered by an auto yield optimizer like this. You can take a look here. I'll put the link to this Medium article, right? So I won't go through everything, but social trading, right? You can also use you can use expert level strategies. You can gain access to that as well, right? It doesn't matter whether you are a beginner or a pro, right? You still have access to that. They have liquidation as a service, LAAS. P2P liquidation queue follows users to bid and buy liquidated collateral at a discounted price, removing the need for technical knowledge, right? Somebody gets liquidated, you can place a bid and buy that up at a discount, just awesome, right? So this is what it is. A bit about the Synth token later, but I want to talk to you about the power of this, right? So the main problem that I think that they are trying to solve is that a lot of people can't get access, right, to the American markets, especially a lot of third world countries, like you're in Africa, right? If you're in Myanmar and all that, you can't get access to US markets because it's pretty, a lot of blue tape, right? And it's restricted to developed economies, right? So developing regions such as Asia, Africa, together with a population of 5.7 billion, find it tremendously hard to access these markets due to the barriers of entry in the form of inefficient intermediaries, high transaction costs, and the archaic KYC mechanism. KYC, you don't have to ask. You look at US, how strict they are. Even for US citizens, right? You got to be a accredited investor before you can invest in ICOs or IDOs and all that. That's why a lot of projects that I do, if you have been following me, a lot of them, they don't, it's restricted, they can't join. So they will say, if you are from these countries, US, Japan, blah blah blah, China, you can't take part in this ICO or IDO or IFO, whatever, because that's how tight regulations are over there. So so in Sinta, we believe in democratizing access to financial markets and instruments previously accessible to only a fraction of the world's population. Synthr's truly borderless platform will enable users from developing economies to gain exposure to the American stock market and play a pivotal role in onboarding the next 1 billion users to DeFi. This is what I think is this project's USP. And I think this is what, if it done executed correctly, it can do well, because the omnichain part, if I can mint in one, because they're building on Aptos, they're building on Arbitrum, they are on Sui, it's going everywhere, Ethereum. So they're going to be omnichain right now. So if they can give me that seamless experience, it removes the hassle, right, of going to one chain, logging onto one chain, transferring this, and oh my goodness, you're so crazy. But if you could just do like that, I think it's awesome, especially for traders. They would love that, right? So yeah, I mean, letting traders to come in, letting people from the third world countries who don't have access to this, I think it's wonderful, you know. So if they can get access to markets, they can change their lives, right? Their village lives, right? For that matter. Okay, so what are we going to talk about now? Yeah, it's the tokenomics. Let me go to the tokenomics. Okay, so yeah, back to this, right? So the Synthr token will be deflationary, and it ensures its supply reduces over time, whereas demand increases with increased protocol usage. This is what we want, right? And by incentivizing users to lock up their circulating supply, staking essentially, we will ensure the demand for Synth will increase and exceed the supply. So now we talk about what kind of revenues they can generate, right? So they can generate revenues on the transaction fees on every buy and sell, right? Transaction fees earned while borrowing on collateral, fee earned while putting liquidity in long farms. Okay, I think these are the things that are important for an ecosystem. If you want a healthy ecosystem, there must be few forms, there must be a few forms of revenue generation, right? Okay, so this one all you can read on your own, right? I won't be going to this, but I will be going through this, right? Synthr's Tokenomics, right, has been prepared keeping a long-term vision in mind. So they have initial supply of 743 million, right? Initial supply. I don't know what's the total supply like, but this is what I think they are going to go for, 743 million, almost 744 million. So the seed and private round is about 20%. They have a cliff for them, which is mainnet plus 3 months, okay? And then it starts to vest between 12 to 24 months. Excuse me. For the crowd sale, the cliff, so they are going to have a crowd sale, right? So for the cliff is mainnet plus 1 month, and it will vest in 4 months. Awesome. I think it's great, right? Team gets 7.52%. Very good, right? Cliff is mainnet plus 18 months, right? And vesting is 24 months, okay? And then advisors have it better. They have an initial unlock of 5%, but I think they will be dumped. So if for us, if let's say if we are going for the crowd sale, right, by 1 month, I mean, they should have sold their off already, right? They should have sold it off already. And mainnet plus 3 months advisors plus 18 months of vesting. So their initial unlock is for them to just make some money and then go, right? So I think it's fine, okay? And the rest all you can read about this. Look at the roadmap. They've been working, I think, since last year, 2021. You know, so they have been working. They have been keeping their heads down and working. And when things are ready, you know, now it's time for them to raise. And you know, so now at the moment we are at Q4. Okay, so they are going to be deploying, right, on EVM chains like Ethereum, Arbitrum, AVAX. For now it's limited, right? IDO, right? Pod code base to Rust for Cosmos IBC deployments. They are going on Cosmos as well, right? They are going on many chains. They are going to go on many chains, okay? So it's called omnichain. Okay, so Q1 next year, 2023, that's where their stability pool, that's where their short farm vault. This will be very interesting, right? Delta neutral vault and hedge pool. The long farm vaults, LP incentives on partner dexes, PR marketing, and all that. So join their Discord because they are giving away early adopter roles, okay? If you can get into the early adopter role, I am thinking, right, you will be into the whitelist for the crowd sale. This is what I'm thinking, okay? And if you can get the OG role, even better, okay? So this kind of projects are the projects that you want to be in, you know, you want to be invested in, because these guys, you know, have been quite long. I don't have the information on the team out of hand right now, so I think that will be maybe for another time, but do take a look at this project. Don't miss it. Join the Discord, and of course do your own research, right, before you invest in any projects, not because I'm telling you or whoever is telling you. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I just want to say thank you and namaste.